All right, let's go, NEET aspirants. Time is ticking and the syllabus is huge. So this is your rapid-fire score booster for what might be the toughest chapter of all, molecular basis of inheritance. We're cutting all the fluff. This is just about getting you marks.
You know that feeling, right? This chapter is just so dense. It's packed with names, dates, and numbers, and trying to revise it all in the last few hours feels impossible. I mean, you've probably read it a dozen times, but do you actually remember the specific facts that pop up on the exam? Well, that's exactly what we're going to fix right now.
Okay, so for the next 5 minutes, we're diving into a gauntlet. Just the most repeated, high-yield facts and those nasty common traps. Seriously, these are the points that separate a good score from a great one. You ready for this? Let's jump in.
All right, round one. We're starting with a concept that examiners absolutely love, DNA packaging. Let's make sure you have this one completely locked down.
Okay, look at this. This line right here, it's literally lifted straight from your NCERT textbook. And guess what? It's shown up in past papers. This is one of those non-negotiable facts you just have to know. But why is it even true?
So here's the trick to remembering it forever. Your DNA, because of that phosphate backbone, is negatively charged. Think of it like a magnet. For it to wrap super tightly around a protein, that protein has to have the opposite charge. It needs to be positive. And how do histones get that positive charge? With these two basic amino acids, lysine and arginine. So you've got negative DNA, positive histone, it's a perfect match. I'm telling you, they will ask for the names of these amino acids. Lock them in your brain, lysine and arginine.
Okay, round two. This is a quick sprint through history. Don't let the dates and the scientists intimidate you, okay? These are some of the easiest marks you can get if you just memorize these key pairs. We've got 2 dates, 2 names, and 2 killer facts to remember. First, 1928, Frederick Griffith and the transforming principle. Now, he didn't actually know it was DNA yet, but he knew something was being passed along. Fast forward 30 years to 1958. That's when Messelson and Stahl gave us that beautiful, elegant proof for semi-conservative replication. And what did they use? Heavy nitrogen. Remember, N15. They absolutely love to ask about the specific isotope.
All right, get ready. Round 3 is a pure numbers game. This is all about the data. These are the specific values from the Human Genome Project that you need to be able to recall instantly. No guessing allowed, this is pure memory.
First up, the big one. How many base pairs are in the haploid human genome? The answer is 3164.7 million. And listen, don't just remember around 3 billion. You have to remember the decimal. 3164 times 0.7 million. That precision is what gets you the marks.
Okay, now for a classic comparison question they love to ask. Which chromosome has the most genes? That would be chromosome 1, with a whopping 2,968 genes. And they always ask about the 2 extremes, so you gotta know which has the most and which has the fewest.
And on the total opposite end of the spectrum, we have the Y chromosome. It has the fewest genes, with only 231. So commit these 2 numbers to memory. 2968 for the most on chromosome 1, and 231 for the fewest on the Y chromosome.
All right, listen up, because this is probably the most important round. Knowing all the facts is great, but avoiding the traps, that's what secures your rank. So let's look at a classic question that literally trips up thousands of students, year after year.
Just take a second and read this. It's straight from a previous year's paper. You've got a cross between 2 heterozygotes for sickle cell anemia. The question asks what percentage of the kids will be diseased. What's your gut reaction? What's the first number that pops into your head? Okay, let's actually break it down. So when you draw out that Punnett square, this is what you get, right? 25% are totally normal, 50% are carriers, and 25% are actually diseased. Now think about the options you'd see on the exam. I guarantee you 50% will be one of them. And that, my friends, is the trap. The 50% are carriers, yes, but they are not diseased. The question asks for diseased, which is the 25% who are homozygous recessive.
The takeaway here is so simple, but absolutely critical. You have to read the question with extreme care. Are they asking for carriers, or are they asking for diseased or affected? Because those are 2 totally different questions with 2 totally different answers. Don't let one single word cost you 4 marks.
Whoa, okay, that was a fast and furious run-through.
We've hit on DNA packaging, key experiments, genome numbers, and a huge exam trap. So let's do one final super fast recap just to burn these facts into your memory for good.
Okay, let's lock it in. Histones, positive charge, thanks to lysine and arginine. Griffith, 1928, transforming principle. Messelson and Stahl, 1958, semi-conservative replication. Most genes, chromosome 1, with 2,968. Fewest genes, the Y chromosome, with 231. And the number one rule, always read genetics problems carefully to tell the difference between carrier and diseased.
Look, you've put in the work. You now have the absolute must-know high-yield facts. This is how you boost your score. So be confident, be precise, and go claim those marks. You've got this.
Down their entire complex AI-powered revision process into a super accessible, direct-to-consumer microproduct. And today we're going to walk through exactly what it is, how much it costs, and how you actually get it. First, let's look at the product format. The creator's massive revision method has been drastically condensed into just a 2-page cheat sheet. You can really think of this as the espresso shot of study aids. All the unnecessary water and fluff have been completely extracted, leaving you with only the absolute most potent, high-impact information. Second, we've got the pricing model. You can grab this cheat sheet for the price of a chai. So, why price it as a beverage? Well, framing the cost around a simple cup of tea turns what's normally a stressful educational purchase into a really casual, completely frictionless microtransaction. Finally, let's look at the distribution. You literally get this product by messaging the creator's WhatsApp number directly. I mean, it is wild to completely bypass traditional e-commerce websites and storefronts, opting instead for a highly personal, peer-to-peer transaction right over a messaging app. Trading complex platforms for a 2-page guide, team money pricing, and a simple text message, this cheat sheet truly represents a totally new wave of frictionless learning.